and welcome to Soaring with Guests. Please join me in welcoming my guest, Demola. Hello, and welcome. It's nice to put a face to the name.
I know.
Beautiful background, by the way.
Thank you. My wife did everything, so I cannot claim the word there. But thank you so much.
Oh, Demola. That's how you say your name, right? Demola.
Demola, absolutely, yes, Demola.
Dare I say that you are pretty busy and a hard person to track down?
Is that what you found?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm quite busy.
With multiple businesses.
Yes. Quite busy, a lot of stuff. 3 children and a wife.
Wow.
And I work from home.
Wow. I salute you. So you are in the, can you tell us a bit about your business? From what I've seen, I can tell that you are kind of like in the lifestyle entertainment industry. Do you mainly focus on Africa?
Yeah, so I founded a music blog called Not Just Okay.
Yeah.
Back in 2006. And obviously that's like 15 years now. Running. But at the time I had a full-time job. Eventually, I went full-time with the business and built our distribution business. That was my focus when I went full-time, and obviously built the site as well. So in reality, I'm in the music business. Okay. So essentially, I help popularize, promote, also sell the African youth culture through music.
Yeah.
And at the same time, help monetize music for the artists.
Wow.
Yeah, for the most part.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm noticing a common thread here that people that I meet on SOAR, who I find super inspiring, were already on a journey before they even, attended SOAR. Can you share that journey with us, like your mindset transformation journey, and also how you stumbled upon the SOAR? How did you even hear about SOAR?
So obviously, journey-wise, I've always been into the mind and how it worked, and also I think one of my things was also emotional intelligence. A lot of people that know me, probably have never seen me like really angry, like physically angry. But obviously I'll be angry in my mind, and internally, outwardly it looked like I had everything. Like I had everything figured out, but in my mind it was just complete chaos, right? And I guess as time went on, I read books. I read a lot, right? And I, during my process of my journey, the idea is just keep learning. So I read a lot of books, but when I noticed Bankole on IG. I don't even know how I found him. I think it was, first of all, I used to see a guy called Fela Durotue, right?
Yeah.
And then from Fela, maybe Bankole spoke on his IG, and then from there I started following Bankole. And then I mean, maybe years ago I used to see him talk about different things. Very smart guy, and very very well, very articulate guy. And then last year, I started personally. I was going through some issues, like maybe the COVID. I don't know, but I wouldn't, like, literally. I used to be a very sound sleeper. Like I would sleep, but all of a sudden last year, any little noise, I'll wake up and I won't be able to sleep again. I was panicking a lot. My internally it was just off, and then obviously I think as of last year, I was still also, because my mom passed away 2 years ago, and I was still, I didn't really look at, I didn't really pay attention or face rather. I didn't face the fact that she was gone until like December of last year. So there was so much back and forth. For me, it was a lot of In fact, last year was the first time I reached out to a therapist. Like, yo, let me talk to a therapist. But even the therapy, I was like, this man doesn't understand me. So, it's not working. So I had to just, you quit that. And then I was just looking for, like, yo, is there a way I can just kind of control my states, my emotions, because they were just going up, and it was very reactive. So reactive, and it was like sometimes it even got to a point where physically you're like completely stretched, and it's like, wow, this is, I can't. So and then I started working. I even bought equipment, punching. I bought a punching bag and things like that. Then I would talk to some of my friends who also kind of like publicly addressing some of their own issues too, as far as psychologically, emotions, and things of that nature. And I'll get some tips from them here and there. And then, of course, and I saw that Bankole, all of this, I don't even know. I saw him talking about SOAR, like, man, what's this SOAR? So I read the whole thing. Like, okay, this makes sense. Then I was like, I don't know, man. I read so many books. I used to do, by the way, I used to do affirmations before. And it just felt weird. It was like, oh,
cringy.
It's like, oh, why am I lying to myself? We know this is not true, right? So it's like, and I was like, you know what? Let me go and research this Bankole guy and what this SOAR thing means. And the interesting thing, I saw a video with you and Kumi.
Wow.
And I was like, as soon as I literally finished that video, and I got the SOAR, because you guys explained practically. Because for me, I don't have time for any form of, oh, it was great, like all the emotion. Listen, I'm too old for all that. I don't have time.
Exactly.
Yes, I don't have time for fluff. I just need practical solutions that I can have, not practical to that person, me. I'm 40, I probably have less than 60 years on this earth, right? I need to apply some things, so at least I can pass on some knowledge to my own children and get them to have an amazing life, even much better than mine. So my thing was, I'm looking for something that makes sense and something that I can essentially really learn from. So when I listened to your video with Kumi, that was it for me.
Wow.
Interestingly, man, you're an evangelizer. Just know that.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
So it was your video. And I don't even know. I just went on Google and I said SOAR Bank, and I just found that the video with you and Kumi.
Wow.
Oh wow, these guys are so, I mean, there's no way that conversation was made up. My mind, like, there's no way this guy is planned it. So yeah, this way I'm gonna say it just seemed, and then of course, and I researched you, and I researched Kumi as well. Like, who's this guy? Let me go and see. And I realized he was an events guy.
Yeah.
And I followed him on LinkedIn, and he's been active. So I was like, you know what? I'm joining. So I joined, and I was like, man, Demola, everything you read, the things you were doing, you're on the right path. And this guy just, is like, and of course, man, it pretty much valid, because one of the things I used to say a lot when I was in uni. I used to read some affirmations out loud, even to my mom, everybody. And I said that, look, it bought me. I had like 5. I kept saying over and over. One of the things I said, well, I'll make $1 million by the time I'm 31, and have more when I grow older. And when I was 31, I got an offer for $1 million to buy my company.
Wow.
But yeah, literally. And I was like, and during the process of negotiating that deal, I just realized, I said I would make $1 million. And I was like, was this a coincidence? And obviously that was some kind of like confirmation that this thing works, but you still like, and I didn't really even do it like the way I'm doing it now. So for me, there's so many principles that everybody that exist, that some people that are successful are actually applying in their lives. Like, I have some very successful friends, and the way they think is
Mm-hmm.
that, is they do affirmations. They don't know they do affirmations. So, but they are natural. They're probably raised that way, and that's how they essentially, like, function as humans. But
Yeah.
for people like myself who maybe had like childhood where maybe something came in and doubts came, fear, this and the third, I feel like I have to purposely change my mindset.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this question I ask everyone, and I know that it's a difficult question to answer, but if there was one thing, I want to know that one thing, right, during the course that they said that someone shared and it was like, whoa, as in it really, really hit you.
Wow. Hmm.
I know there were many, but if you could choose one, which one would it be?
Larry Lushola, the catalyst,
Mm.
the the idea of the cells. I mean, the video he showed, right? Like literally, like first of all, I mean, what I got from that video was whatever issues you are going through, it's compared to what is going on in the world. It's like it's not something, it's not a difficult thing. It's like you just have to, it's a small thing. Look at what's going on globally.
A speck.
Yeah, it's small thing. So you don't magnify it. That, I mean, obviously that Kami came and just blew my mind with um, you know, his sharpness, and also well, everything he broke down.
Yeah.
Um, man,
Like the things that we can achieve, if we just apply ourselves.
right,
The things he was sharing about, like the books, the way he's been able to train his body and his
right,
mind
yeah,
to
yeah.
do certain things. I'm just like, whoa, we're underutilizing,
Yeah, yeah.
ourselves
I
completely.
think exactly. And I think for me, I think the biggest thing that I'll just say, look, vocalization and visualization, key. Like it's like magic,
Yeah.
and it changes your state, and then also meditation
Yes.
and all these things seem like, and for me, all these things are like the practical um, way of saying, like the Bible says, prepare for war in times of
Mm.
peace. You do that stuff early in the morning when there's nobody disturbing. You, you wake up earlier than everybody when it's quiet and still dark, and just do these things. This is like you're preparing yourself for war, because when you go out there, but just even Bankole's the days he did the whole day were amazing. I mean, stuff like a lot of people don't feel
Yeah.
worthiness,
Yeah.
So there's so much, and I feel like I'm attending so 3, by the way.
Yep. Yep. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. My final question to you is, what have you noticed? What changes have you noticed in your life and your business since SOAR?
My life, I'm more present.
I love
I'm
it.
less I'm less in my mind, right? Catch I catch my thoughts. Um, I um my kids now, I mean, sometimes like I'm more kind of like present with them. Maybe they haven't noticed the difference, but I have.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the past they'll say some things funny. That is, I was like, I'm busy, like I won't be able to pay attention because I just had so many things on
Yeah.
my mind. But now I'm present. When they say something to me and I'm with them, I laugh with them. I laugh with them, and I really enjoy that time. That time. So it's like the quality of time spent with people that you love and people that your friends. It's just so much better. So I'm even more relaxed. My nerves. I don't have those issues anymore. I essentially I'm in a state of rest. How about that?
Homeostasis.
Homeostasis.
Mm,
Exactly.
I
So I
love
mean, I can't say it enough, man. Everyone that's watching, if you watch this, man, you need to join. So it's life changing experience. Life changing experience.
Thank you so much, Demola. Thank you so much for
Thank
being here. Thank you so
you.
much for sharing your story. I know you don't do this normally, so I don't take it lightly at all. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you reaching out and having me on here. Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
All
All
right.
right. Bye.